Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the Nintendo 64. Now before we start, you may be asking yourself, why was Nintendo still using cartridges? And to this, I have no answer. By this time, CDs were becoming mainstream, as they were just way cheaper to make and could hold about 700 megabytes of all sorts of data. The 64 cartridges could hold about 64 megabytes of data. It would cost an arm and a leg to produce. The only positives with cartridges is they had way faster loading times and they were a bit harder to be pirated. But to me, this is one of Nintendo's biggest faults. And here we have the 4 megabyte RAM expansion pack. So the system itself comes standard with a jumper pack. So if we remove this door here and we pop this bad boy in here, we just gain an extra 4 megabytes of RAM. Now the RAM itself was only used for a couple games. It was used for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It was used for Perfect Dark, which only some modes required it. And of course Donkey Kong 64, which it gave the game more RAM to work with. And there was also a groundbreaking glitch in the game. This led Nintendo no choice but to bundle the game in with the 4 megabyte RAM expansion pack, as there was no other way to work around the glitch. Now I've heard this thing does enhance some games, although I cannot confirm the games it does enhance. At the end of the day, this thing is pretty pointless, and I paid just under $100 for this thing, which is a lot of money for such a little RAM. And now for our feature presentation. Donkey Kong 64, released on the 24th of November, 1999. The game is a sequel to the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy series. The game is developed by Rareware. Now, who is Rareware, you may ask? Well, Rare was one of the most iconic development studios in gaming media. They were responsible for GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie / Tooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Battletoads, Killer Instinct. I mean, the list just goes on. So usually if you see this symbol right here, it's going to be a damn good game. Now a lot of people out there would see this game and label it a fetch quest. Now what's a fetch quest, you may ask?
Go fetch.
While I do admit there are hundreds upon hundreds of collectibles in the game can be tedious at times. I think it's because I grew up with this game. This is the first game I ever played on the 64, so I've got a bit of an attachment to it, you could sort of say. You might also notice that this cartridge is gold. And yes, just like the controllers, you get cartridges in all sorts of colours. But enough talk, let's play the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's a rare intro. And here we have the Donkey Kong rap, which 20 years ago, this was pretty dope. But now, yeah, it's a little bit cringe. Game's title screen looks pretty good. And a cutscene from the game. Your main menu, adventure, options, mystery, Kong battle, sound. Have a look at adventure. This is Donkey Kong 64. Now I don't want to explain everything about the game, because if that were the case, we would be here all day. But basically, the game's plot. King K. Rool has stormed DK Island in a huge ship with a frickin' laser beam pointed at it. And it's up to Donkey Kong and his crew to stop King K. Rool from destroying the island. Now the game features 5 playable Kongs. You got yourself Donkey Kong, Chunky Kong, Tiny Kong, Lanky Kong, and of course Diddy Kong. Each Kong has different abilities and skills to help traverse through the game. Now remember earlier when I said this game's a bit of a fetch quest? Well, to complete this game, you've got to get 200 golden bananas, 10 crowns, 8 keys, 40 banana medals, 1 rareware coin, 20 banana fairies, 1 Nintendo coin, and 40 blueprints. So yeah, it is a bit of a fetch quest. But in saying that, the game is still a lot of fun to traverse and explore the world. I think it took me about 2 years to finish this game. Of course, with internet being so scarce at the time, it made it so difficult to complete games. But man, I was so proud when I finished this game. I even got 201 golden bananas, so technically 101% of the game. Man, this game is an amazing game. We'll just get Diddy Kong's jetpack out, get a better view of the island. I mean, the frame rate does drop a bit here, I mean, yeah, but what can you do? Still runs pretty smooth. The whole island. Captain K. Rool's ship. I can't fly that high. Game won't let me. We just fast travel to King K. Rool's ship. Over there you can see DK Island. I mean, these graphics, they're not bad. I mean, they're a bit muddy, but for the time, this is pretty damn good, eh? Obviously, the environment changes to where you are, which is pretty good. You can swim. We just went back to DK Island. Got happy music, sun's out. I mean, this game is fantastic. The game features 7 unique levels, or worlds if you would call it. You got yourself the jungle, the Aztec, factory, galleon, forest, caves, castle. Let's check out the boss battles. This is the armadillo. It dodges fireballs. Chuck his dynamite in there. I mean, at the time, this was the definitive 3D experience. To me, this was amazing. There's a lot going on here. This is boss number 2. Big dragonfly. Basically the same thing, you gotta throw the dynamite at him. This is a bit harder, this one. Pretty cool animations. Here we have the factory boss. We're gonna take this guy on Tiny Kong. Big Jack in the Box. I mean, the music is really good, very suspenseful. Unfortunately, I just don't really remember the controls, so yeah. Here we have the Galleon boss. Big pufferfish. Gonna take this guy on Lanky Kong. Gonna go for rings. Yeah. Fun. Not a bad level though. Here we have the forest boss, which is, yeah, it's exactly the same as the Aztec boss. This game likes to reuse a lot of assets, but this still makes for a decent challenge. You grow big and you get to box the dragon at the end. This is the Caves boss, which is the armadillo again, and it's just a reskin. He's a bit stronger. Yeah, you get the gist of it. Again, some pretty cool animations. It does make for a decent challenge, yeah, it's alright. Now this right here makes the interesting boss battle. It's King K. Rool, but in a jigsaw puzzle. You gotta get blasted into the cannons and knock out the pieces. And he shoots lasers at you. How ironic. Definitely interesting boss battle. And here we have the final battle against King K. Rool, where you gotta use all the Kongs and all their abilities to take him down. And let me tell you, it is tedious, man. Like, it takes a while, so I won't be doing it all. I mean, this cutscene's pretty hilarious. Watch it, here it comes. Now this is a legit fight. It's even got judges. So basically you gotta shoot yourself from the barrels into King K. Rool. Do that 4 times, then you move on to the next challenge. Now we're versing with Diddy Kong. Rinse and repeat with all the characters, but with different abilities and skills. You gotta use Diddy's jetpack to fly and shoot the lights, and they'll drop on his head. This is a bit hard. Last one. Come on. Now we're taking on Lanky Kong. Like I said, it's very repetitive. So in this challenge, you gotta stretch your arms out, hit the buttons, grab a barrel, and make it slip on a banana, and this is very hard. Also forgot to mention, they've got a time limit, which makes it very tedious. Overall, single player is definitely worth your time. It has loads of content and just fun adventures to be had. Alright, let's check out Kong Battle. Now we've got Battle Arena or Monkey Smash. We'll check out Battle Arena first. Now you got a choice of all the Kongs, they all have different guns. We'll just go with Chunky Kong. As you can see, it's just a small arena. Random items spawn, random enemies as well. You gotta take out the opposite player. Yeah, these crystals to grow is big. Whoa! Not a bad mode, I guess. Yeah, Battle Arena's okay, but it can get a little bit cramped up when you got 4 players going. Plus, it also can get a bit repetitive. Let's check out Monkey Smash. Now, this was one of your typical third-person shooters back in the day. This was loads of fun. Used to play this heaps with friends, family. This is a great mode. Same objective, obviously to kill the other player, get yourself guns, homing launchers. This guy shoots pineapples. I mean, this was fun. Music's so quirky. Overall, Donkey Kong 64 will forever be one of my childhood favourite games. Yeah, the game has its faults and flaws, but it's still a fantastic game that I'll always cherish. In saying that, I highly recommend you checking out Donkey Kong 64. I'm the Pizza Man, and I'm out of here.